What's going on, world? This is the 28th episode of the Bet On Us podcast. I'm 1K Watts.
And I'm Mike.
We got Andreas behind the boards. We are without Sean today, which is okay.
He's a little bit sick. Hope you feel better, bud.
Yeah,
but the show must carry on anyways.
Yeah, hey, you see that play Owen made today?
Owen who?
Owen 2.
I'll fucking kill you, bro. I'm hot. Dude, the Chargers, I'm at a loss for words, bro.
Right. Like, no panic button yet.
It's early in the season. Not too worried. It's okay to get a slow start. Being in the division we're in, I don't want to fall behind against the Chiefs. Like Raiders and Broncos, they got wins today. That doesn't really bother me. I'm not worried about them. I just don't want to be chasing the Chiefs along in that division. Our offense looked a little bit clunky without Austin Eckler. He's super important to our offensive scheme. But defensively, like, I'm not big on Brad Staley, dude. I'm still not convinced that he's the guy. He's our D coordinator as well. There's just like there was several times where I saw freaking Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa like back in coverage.
Yeah,
like that shouldn't be that common of an occurrence with those.
You need them to do their job.
Yeah, so it's frustrating, dude. And I took 2 L's in fantasy leagues, and I'm barely hanging on to a win.
I saw the rope hanging in your room.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting real close to ending it all. This has been a tough week for me.
So here's the silver lining. You guys will probably win the head-to-head matchups with the Broncos and Raiders.
Right.
So I wouldn't even worry about that. The Chiefs look like the Chiefs today with Travis Kelce in the lineup.
Still didn't look great, though.
Not great, but, Travis Kelce scored. They looked like they were doing something.
Right.
I think
Tony still can't catch the ball.
Yeah, I think they continue to get wins against easier teams.
Yeah.
You guys need Austin Eckler in your offense.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a major reason why he should be paid next year.
Yeah, I agree. It's just tough, dude. It feels like I've been watching the Chargers lose by 3 points every other weekend since I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
It just, for whatever reason, we don't have that clutch gene where we need to close. Like, there's no did the Chargers even get a first down? The first drive of overtime.
Right.
I don't even think they converted a first down. So 3 and out right away to let it didn't even put up a fight in overtime.
You can't be losing to the Titans.
No,
that's got to be one of those easy wins.
I know King Henry had a touchdown, but it's not like he ran all over us. Like we somewhat contained him.
D-Hop had a big one though.
Yeah, he did.
That was a big one.
That was kind of what killed us.
Let me pose a question. What if Herbert is not the man that everyone thinks he may be?
He's that guy though. Like the stats over the first 3 years of his career speak for themselves. He needs to win. He needs to win a playoff game.
That's all I'm saying is.
How long did it take Peyton Manning to win his first playoff game? 6 years, I think.
All I'm saying
it was several years before Peyton Manning got his first win.
Those guys get dubs. I'm just saying.
Is Joe Burrow that guy? He started off 0-2 as well. They didn't look too hot.
But he's been in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but lost that Super Bowl.
Right. I think Joe Burrow is definitely that guy. I think they got some things to figure out. I think he said that he aggravated his calf again. I just think it's too early.
Like, the conversations about Justin Herbert not being the guy are too premature.
Was he paid prematurely?
No.
Okay.
He's carried the team to the same standard regardless of the craziness that's going on around him. Injury-ridden last year. The worst offensive line statistically the year before that. And his stats didn't change that much. Uh-huh. I think Justin Herbert, if anything, is the even median in the whole thing. We got to have coaching, dude. Okay. I think our issue is coaching.
Yeah.
If we get an Andy Reid, a world-class coach to run that team, that's a completely different.
How many Andy Reids are there?
Not very many.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's going to be
Brad Staley ain't it. We've had a revolving door of head coaches though over the past several years as well. It's just frustrating.
Okay, if you can't win a shootout against the Titans, who do you beat in a shootout? You beating Joe Burrow or Pat Mahomes?
The Titans wasn't even much of a shootout.
It's an overtime. You had an overtime drive. You got to score on those.
Yeah, but what was the final score? 24-21?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not like it was a crazy shootout. 27-24.
Okay, well, we'll go back to the week before that with Tua.
That's losing a shootout to Tua is not with the two of the fastest wide receivers in the league isn't that big of a concern. I mean, it's frustrating, but I'm not that mad about it.
But that's just what's going to have to happen during the playoffs.
Yeah.
That,
no, I mean, we're going to have to face some of these guys in the playoffs and have to be able to come out on the winning end of all this shit.
Yeah.
It's just there's something with our defense that isn't quite clicking. I'm really not. It's the head coach, dude. You look at every Super Bowl team, they have some kind of great leadership at the helm of it. That's the one thing about Justin Herbert that I do question slightly. He's a soft-spoken guy. He's not super vocal.
His leadership.
Is his leadership there? His athleticism's there. Dude makes plays. Like, that's not a question. It was good seeing him air out the ball as well, too. He had a couple deep passes to Keenan Allen. Some aired it out to Mike Williams a couple times. Yeah. So everybody's talked about Justin Herbert being too conservative and always taking the little check down routes, and he's proven that wrong. So he's throwing the ball deep. Everything looks good. We just need to be able to make a big critical stop
when it matters.
Yeah. And we can't do that. And it seems like we've never been able to do that. So that's what frustrates me more than anything.
What's your guys' realistic potential this year?
I think we can still run 10-7, 11-6. Like, that's not unrealistic.
You see you winning the Super Bowl?
We can make a run at it. The AFC's tough, dude. We got to go through a lot more than you guys do in the NFC.
Yeah.
So even if we get, first round of the playoffs, you're probably going to play like a Jags or even the Bills, because Bills, I don't think they're winning that division.
Yeah, it's looking.
The road to the Super Bowl or to the AFC champion in the AFC is significantly more difficult than it is in the NFC.
Yeah.
So I think we can make a run at it. I think we can go shot for shot with any of them. The thing is, with a lot of those games, they're going to be coin tosses and kind of up in the air. It's going to come down to who can make that critical stop on defense, and the Chargers have shown up to this point that we can't really do that.
And what's really depressing is that you guys have players on that defense.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not like the talent's not there.
Right. Or, we got Kendricks at linebacker now to add to some run defense. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. Exactly. Derwin James, highest paid safety in the league. Arguably one of the best, hardest hitting safeties in the league.
You guys should keep the Titans under 10 points.
Yeah, bro. The fact that we couldn't, and we kind of bottled up their run too, other than a couple big breaks. It was just frustrating. It was kind of a boring, slow game. We start off super slow.
Yeah.
And that's annoying to see us kind of like playing from a deficit all the time.
Yeah.
So, what about the Eagles? On the flip side, you guys are 2-0 right now. But you haven't. Shit's not been all sweet being an Eagles fan. You guys look a little bit. Your offense looks a little bit clunky.
Right.
There's some stuff to work out.
I think that's fine. Of course, we have a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. We got new players. DeAndre Swift's brand new. Penny's brand new. There's a lot of new personnel in the locker room, which I think that's gonna have to get kinked out over time. I think AJ Brown's a little frustrated. He's
been a diva.
I wouldn't say that. That's like anything. Like, if we're playing pickup basketball, I'm yelling at you, give me the fucking ball.
It looks worse when you're winning, though.
Right. Yeah. But
throwing a fit when you're losing because you're not contributing is one thing, but when you're winning and you're still bitching at your quarterback, when you guys are running the ball, it's not like they were passing it all over the field to everybody else except AJ Brown. You guys were running the ball 60% of the time.
I think we hold ourselves to a higher standard. We know how our game should look, and it hasn't looked like that. And I think that's why fans were booing 2 drives in. Yeah. And these are
who's your new O coordinator?
Brian Johnson. We're trying these RPOs, and Jalen's holding on to the ball too much. It's like, bro, let's air this thing out. Let's run. Let's figure it out. We have this O-line for a reason.
Right.
Let's play how we're supposed to play. Just smash mouth football, and then we can air it out over the top.
You guys should be a run-centric team. You guys, your offense is the best when you're dominating on the run game.
Bro, DeAndre Swift, 175 yards.
Crazy, bro.
Nuts.
He's a dog. He's so fast.
Yeah, and I know things are looking tough right now for us. I'm just happy we're 2-0. I want to stay healthy. I think my biggest fear, and I'll be honest, is the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Dallas Cowboys, I know I dragged them through the mud a lot, but they're looking legit.
Look, here's my thing. I'm talking to Cowboys fans. You guys have a fucking squad. They got a squad. Their defense is top-notch. I think they're the best defense in the league right now.
Yeah.
But what I will say is Cowboys fans know this. When shit hits the fan, it's going to fall on one person. Can that person make it happen? And I think they know just as much as we do. He's probably not going to make it happen.
Yeah, I agree.
I talk to a lot of I talk to Cowboys fans all the time. They would much rather prefer Tony Romo than fucking Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
So if he can figure it out, every time I watch him drop back, I'm like, here we go. This could be a pick.
The Cowboys he can't play bad.
Right.
If he just plays average with how good the rest of that team is, they're going to be a problem. But you just can't have Dak losing you games.
Exactly.
And I think there's going to be 2 or 3 games a year that Dak blows.
He's played fine too. He's managing the game well. He's throwing a lot of passes. CD's open.
Yeah. Pollard's a dog though too. Good Lord.
Yeah. So I mean, the Cowboys are going to be a problem. we don't play him till later in the year, hopefully, because we got some injuries right now. Hopefully, we can get people back in the locker room.
Get healthy, kind of get some of your guys' issues worked out.
Yeah, exactly. Gives us some time before we got our divisional games, which I don't mind. I see us going 6-0 to start the year. We got, I think, the Commanders. We got the Rams. We got Zach Wilson's Jets.
Yeah.
So with Zach Wilson at the
his
quarterback
ceiling's
position,
so high.
yeah. I mean, he played like shit in Dallas
That
today.
defense is crazy, though.
No, yeah.
All right.
Live 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, world? Sorry about that little technical difficulty.
We're
we had.
back, though.
Yeah, we cut out. I think we just got done talking about the Jets.
Yeah, we were talking about the Jets and then kind of segued into Aaron Rodgers.
And his injury.
Yeah, the uncertainty of his future, whether or not he's coming back. He said he's coming back.
Right, but
It's darkest before the dawn. I shall yet rise again.
you're not God, though.
I know.
You know,
The way
you
he was
don't.
talking,
You
he's
don't.
like, calm down.
You don't know what's gonna happen in life.
Yeah.
He might do another 2 plays and it's done.
I could see him coming back and being all right. Like, he, with an Achilles injury, will still be a more mobile quarterback than Tom Brady was the last few years
Right.
of his career. He can come back and have an impact. But, dude, they've got to fix that offensive line if they're going to do that. There's no way they're going to put him back there with that horrible O-line they have.
That O-line has been the biggest issue. I saw in Hard Knocks. They were getting fucking bitched at because that O-line's trash.
What was it? The first or second play of the game, they ran some, quick slant play, and both of the tackles did chop blocks.
Yeah.
You're not doing that.
Yeah.
You're not doing that unless you have a concern about the...
So I don't know where the audio cut. Did we talk about Zach Wilson's? This is his ceiling. They're probably not going to make the playoffs.
I think we lost that in the audio. So just how far is Zach Wilson going to take you?
I think
They're not a playoff team with Zach Wilson.
I think the Bills is the best win he gets this year.
Yeah. And that win was suspect.
Yeah, and I mean Josh Allen gave them the ball 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
My thing is
Josh Allen either plays like he's the best quarterback in the league or like he's mentally challenged. There's no in between.
Yeah.
There was one play he ran, and there was 3 defenders right there, and he just tried to jump over all of them 5 yards away from the first down marker.
Does it scare you that maybe Justin Herbert turns into that Josh Allen?
No, he's not a turnover machine like that. He would have done that already. Josh Allen's stats for the amount of he's been in the league 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And he has 90 plus turnovers in that the most turnovers by any quarterback by a significant margin.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But back to the Jets really quick. If you're the GM, do you say fuck Zach Wilson, let's go get Carson Wentz, or do we try to get Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, Cousins has been on those rumors. I just all right, so the Vikings are in a weird position because they're not looking great, right? They're on the borderline of needing to go into a rebuild. But you also have Justin Jefferson.
That's insane to say.
It is.
With that personnel.
It is. You have Justin Jefferson, and you just made your tight end Hawkinson the highest paid tight end. That's not a move you make if you're going into a rebuild, right?
What is the Vikings' number one problem? Defense?
Defense is bad.
It's got to be the defense because Kirk Cousins put
can't
up
stop
300,
anything.
almost 400 yards against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison's looking good. Madison's looking good.
Yeah.
So it's got to be that defense. And they still didn't even look too horrible.
A little bit of a lack of a running game now, too. You don't have Cook anymore.
Yeah. Just shooting themselves in the foot, I think.
Yeah, that's a tough one. If I'm a Vikings fan, I'm a little bit worried. I don't think they're going to go too far. Other than that, the Bengals and Ravens game.
Yes, Bengals are 0-2.
Dude, I got Joe Burrow in our fantasy league, and he put up 3 points the first half of the game. Just brutal, dude. They're just not clicking.
Can't find a rhythm.
Notoriously slow starters, though. It was last year, the year before that, they had a really slow start as well. So it's just...
I think they're just kind of feeling disheartened. There's no spark.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we're seeing quite a few good teams. Even the Chiefs haven't looked great.
Yeah.
They won today, but they looked kind of lackluster a little bit. Are we seeing the side effects of the new trend in the NFL where coaches do not play their starters in preseason at all? And so now we're seeing the first couple games of the regular season being a little bit clunky because you do need those reps to get up to speed.
Yeah, I can't vouch for other teams. I didn't see their preseasons. We didn't play our starters.
Chargers didn't either.
I think that might be part of the reason. I don't want to put it on that. That's kind of a cop out.
Yeah.
It's we're professional football players. Snap into it.
Right.
Stop fucking around.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's kind of different to see some of these teams that we usually aren't excited about are kind of exciting. The Lions are kind of exciting.
The Lions are fun to watch.
Even though they lost today, you know.
They're good. Did Montgomery get hurt?
Montgomery got hurt. Yeah.
I saw that. Giants had a pretty impressive comeback too.
Speaking of hurt, yeah, Saquon got hurt.
The Barkley, that hurts a little
Bro,
bit.
do you know how bad I wanted to see the Giants just get fucking mollywopped?
Dude, they were getting mollywopped.
Yeah. Fuck.
What was the score at one point?
I think it was like 27-0.
It was something bad.
Yeah,
and they came back. That was a good game though. Good game. Barkley put me up like 28 on my fantasy team. Needed
Bro,
that.
Watching Daniel Jones play football just makes me want to fucking throw up. And I know Giants fans can pin that on the O-line. You can pin it on whatever you want. I just feel like there's horrible decisions being made on that field.
He's not that great.
Throughout the game.
Not that great.
You know, he just looks he looks like Eli Manning. You know when Eli would put that face on? Like, what
Always
the fuck?
looked like he smelled the fart. Like, making
He
that
looked
steak
around like,
face.
what the fuck's going on? I get I was before another technical difficulty. We'll just cut it back in.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, I think, is really one of the fastest in the league. Like, I heard he hit 24, 25 miles an hour, you know?
Yeah, his questionable decision making. I don't know if his football IQ is really there. He comes across like he's a really good athlete.
Yeah.
Sometimes these guys that are like super athletic, the intangibles almost aren't there. Because when you're growing up, you're able to lean into your athletic abilities so much.
Right.
And then you get into the league and like football IQ and all that kind of stuff matters a lot more.
Yeah, and, you know, he went to Duke.
Yeah. Very fair point. Is Duke.
So, I don't know. It's interesting. Who do you guys play next week?
The Raiders?
While we looked that up, Eagles play the Buccaneers. And I'm
Mike Evans, though.
Oh, fuck. I'm hoping Slay locks him down. Let's try to just cakewalk that. We got to...
Chargers play the Vikings.
Okay.
Well, with
I want to say it should be a win. But like,
I was about to
I'm
say,
not even confident
I was
in
about
that.
to say, with your luck, you're 0-3 next week.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Raiders and Cowboys.
Because, look, the Vikings are just as hungry. They're 0-2.
We're getting it done. I don't care.
You're locking up Jettas?
Yeah. We're winning.
Bro, you do. You're not locking up DeAndre Hopkins. You're not locking up Jettas.
DeAndre Hopkins had like one big play. Up until the fourth quarter, he had like 2 fantasy points. Fuck out of here.
I'm just saying.
Fuck out of here.
I think you guys go 0-3.
Wait, who do you guys... That's disrespectful as fuck for no reason. Who do you guys play next week?
The Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, you guys are losing.
The Baker Mayfield.
Mike Evans is going to run all over you guys.
Mike Evans can't throw himself the ball.
Yo, Mike Evans, what an answer, though, after not getting the contract extension.
Yeah.
No contract extension. This is his first 2 games. What a dog.
Is Baker Mayfield a fucking dog?
He's playing like Patrick Mahomes out there,
Bro,
dude.
did you see him stiff arm that dude? Say, get your weight up, little boy.
There was one pass he made to his tight end where he's getting like tackled, like a little ankle biter tackle, and he was like falling and threw it a sidearm. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Where'd Baker come? Well, he's trying to keep a position in the league. This is kind of the last stop for Baker Mayfield, right?
See, some of these quarterbacks, the quarterbacks that get drafted by the Browns are always dealt a shitty card.
Well, any quarterback that gets drafted first overall gets dealt a shitty card, right?
Right.
You don't want to be that good in college. You want to be good enough to get drafted like second or third, sit behind somebody good for a year or 2, and then start.
You want to be Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly. Look at, the guys that get drafted first, like Caleb Williams, great quarterback. He's going to end up where?
Fucking Cardinals.
The Cardinals. when he's getting recruited, you got a fire in your gut.
Yeah. Did you take the bus?
Here? You take the bus or do you drive? You better find that fire in your gut.
You feel that?
You feel that fire? If you don't,
you better take the bus.
I want some killers. He's such a dork, bro.
I fucking hate Jonathan Gannon.
Couldn't motivate me to take a shower.
Nah.
Dude, it's crazy.
I can't stand that, man.
Obnoxious.
Cardinals are horrible.
Yeah.
You know.
Nothing's happening there. They're in full tank mode. What else happened big in football today? I feel like there's a game that I wanted to talk about that I'm kind of blanking on.
Yeah, fuck. Dolphins just beat the Patriots. That was actually closer than I thought.
Patriots had the ball with like a minute left.
The Patriots aren't bad. They're not going to win their division.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
For what they're dealing with. Having Mac Jones.
Yeah. Fuck. What other games are on today? I felt like it was such a boring day for football for me.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Ravens, Bengals, Seahawks, Lions, Colts, Texans, Bears, Bucks, Chiefs, Jags.
Oh, the Bears, dude.
Oh yeah.
So garbage. And you know what I'm sick of hearing?
Justin Fields is a
Justin
dark horse
Fields
MVP.
is Justin Fields this, that, and they're talking about, he's like the dude on Speak was telling Shady Justin Fields is more talented than Jalen Hurts. You're fucking high.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, Justin Fields
based
is
off of what? What has Fields ever done?
I think he has 3 wins.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's blasphemy. Just because he can run around, he can't accurately hit throws.
No.
Might be the most overrated quarterback in the league. And
I don't
you know,
understand where the hype's coming from though, because he hasn't done anything.
And my thing is, bro, people want to blame that on the personnel on the team. They want to blame it on his receiving core or the O-line, whatever it may be. Bro's mediocre.
What was up with Chase Claypool? He had to the coaches had to have a talking to with him after last week because of his overall lack of effort during the game.
I think I heard about that.
There was
Yeah.
a bunch of plays where he just quit and wasn't blocking, wasn't doing anything. He had to go up in front of the team and apologize.
Just, dude, some of these players.
That's crazy to me. It's bro, you're a grown man getting paid millions of dollars to do this shit, and you have to apologize for not trying hard enough.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these players are really children.
Yeah.
Still, you know?
Crazy.
I think the frontal lobe hasn't formed yet.
Well, they're all
fully.
in their early 20s too.
Yeah. Speaking of weird shit, Stetson Bennett. You heard about this? The backup quarterback for the Rams. So he's
Georgia QB, right?
no.
Last year. Wasn't he the
Yeah,
Georgia?
it was Georgia. He is not on a team right now. They took him off the roster for something off the field. So people are. I don't want to accuse anything. Allegedly, people are not. It's not even alleged. I just saw people saying maybe it could be drugs, maybe it could be mental health. It could be a lot of things, but it doesn't have anything to do with football.
So he's just not any kind of injury issue.
Right, and the Rams are saying it. We're keeping it in house. You know,
Interesting.
it's really kind of weird.
I didn't hear anything about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's not in the lineup. He's not on the roster right now.
He wasn't ever going to do much in the NFL anyways, though, right?
I mean, Stafford's been holding it down.
Whatever he's got going on, hope dude gets it together. But Rams, dude, they I had one of those. Which one was it? They have a bunch of good rookie wide receivers. They're looking surprisingly good.
Nakua.
Nakua.
I picked him up on my fantasy team.
Yeah,
He put
I
up,
actually auto drafted him and dropped him, and then you picked him up. I was like, shit,
he put 30 points on my bench.
Yeah,
I was
crazy.
so mad today.
crazy. You know who went off for me today was Zach Moss with the Colts.
Yeah, he had a good game. 28
he put up
points.
20 something.
Yeah, good game. The Colts are looking okay.
Richardson out with the concussion though.
Got hurt, yeah. That's, I mean, bro.
It's always the back of the head smacking the ground.
He does not give a fuck about his body.
No.
You just put that thing on the
He's
line.
playing good, but playing that way is something that flames out fast. That does not last very long.
Yeah, yeah.
In the second game, he's going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks because of a concussion. You can't continue to play that way.
Yeah. So
Not
we'll
happening.
see.
What are we looking like on time? Okay.
What do you think?
I think let's go ahead and wrap up this episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there
I
anything
think,
else we need to touch on?
You think Chargers beat the Vikings next week?
Yes.
Okay. We shall
put some
see.
money on it?
Yeah, let's put a dick suck on it.
Oh, yeah.
Until next time?
To completion?
No.
Oh.
Just blue balls. Until next episode, man.
Yeah.
We'll be back hopefully Thursday.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I think we'll be doing an episode on Thursday, so we'll see you guys then.